What's going on, YouTube? So, how y'all doing? The purpose of this video is, and I wanted to give a shout out to Ticket TV, 1LVZ. They're live now, I believe, but I just wanted to give my take on it, on this topic. And it's about one of the Ball sons got busted basically stealing over in China. And from the stream, what I was hearing, that maybe that I guess UCLA prospects or students, that they have tabs on them. I don't know if that's how the information was spread. But what I want to say is this. Now, when it comes to their father, I liked what he was doing in a roundabout way. Some of the other stuff to me was kind of, all out of the way, but it wasn't any good. And I had said that I believed that his heart was in the right place, but he was not good for what his sons were trying to do. So what am I saying? What I am saying is this: because of their father's behavior, now his son, the one that was getting ready to go to college with the UCLA, it's finished for him. And I don't even know how they're going to be able to get the young man from over in China. Because I remember back in time, it was a guy from here, my city. I forgot his name, white guy. He went over there and he spray painted some cars. China kept his ass for some time. And then they didn't release him until they took one of those canes and they caned the shit out of him. Split his ass all open and everything. And then there was another guy that took a little sign down. Propaganda off the wall. They had his ass locked up. Now, to me, this is just a reflection of what is really to take place, or what has taken place all the way up to this time. Because it was without a shadow of a doubt that when they came up, they really wasn't basically poor. We can, if they were, we can say up until they got into we can say adult adolescence, like your mid-teens, late teens. That was the reason why the oldest son was able not to go to the NBA combine, was working out at his home and all like that. And they have a nice home. I'm not going to lie. Another thing I can say is when his brother got drafted, he bought his younger brother a fucking Lamborghini. Now, what sense does that make? I have no idea. And I tried to tell my neighbor, actually, that was the stupidest thing ever. He was like, why? If you got it. I said, see, that's what's wrong with us. He's just now old enough to know how to drive. The fuck he's gonna drive a damn $250,000 car? You understand? And then he ends up wrecking the damn thing. So now his ass is over in China. They probably got his ass in the damn, what they call them places, gulags. Got him chained up. And on the other live stream that I was listening to, they were saying, I wonder, do you get the one phone call in China? I don't think in most of the countries outside the United States, you probably don't get one. Unless it's somewhere like in Europe or something like that. But to hear about this type of thing, I'm surprised because of this kind of situation. But also, on the other hand, I'm not surprised because it would have been another situation anyway. It was manifested within himself. Now, people may question, can they get hold of Kobe? Can Kobe go over there and maybe, do a little things, do some ambassadoring, and try to get the boy up out of there? Because regardless, he's still an American. And I know we don't want him over there, because the longer he stays over there, man, there's no telling what they're going to do. But it's just a bad thing, man, because their father burned many, many bridges. And if let's just say, if Magic Johnson and or Kobe could possibly go over there and, work things out, smooth it out so they can get the boy back here, their father better thank his lucky stars. But see, this is what happens when you talk too much. Now, you're talking, this is Big Baller Brand, the Big Baller Brand, and so and so and so. Now, how is this going to work? Is it going to affect their brand? People who have ordered those shoes. I call them buddies, but they're not really sneakers. I wouldn't have paid that for them. I don't give a damn if it was black people that made that. That shit is trash. And anybody who ordered that shit, I don't know what to say for you, but this is the reason why we have all these different products. So I'm not hating. I'm just telling you my opinion on it. But is it going to affect how's all this money going to flow? There's no telling how much it's going to cost. And then this is also giving you the template of how they was raised. See, all that shit that you see on TV, that's for TV. It's not real life. We don't know what happened in their household on Tuesday, on Thursday, whenever. But see, your duty as a father is trying to protect your seeds, protect your offspring. But evidently, the ball was dropped somewhere. The ship has been scuttled. You're taking on water, and they're really going to take on water. And before I got off the live stream that I was listening to, they were saying this all over the LA Times. You got to think about it like this. This is the type of shit that people on YouTube and in the black manosphere talk about all the time. You cannot afford to be making these type of mistakes. But every day, every week, we put some men in the black community put fresh batteries in the trolls' backs so the whole community can be trolled. Every time it starts to die down, someone else of the black community does some shit, and here we go again. And then in other cases, when it does die down and the black community is cool, they make up, they're trying things. Just like the woman trolled the traffic, the news traffic lady that was curvaceous and everything. And nice looking woman, 26. She trolled her to start shit. They're talking stuff about Martin Luther King. He may have an illegitimate daughter after he been dead 50 years. They waited. It seemed convenient that they waited after his wife died. But, who cares? If he did, and what about it? Shit. Ain't nobody saying nothing about Kennedy and nothing like that. But this is what I'm saying. We got to stop giving these people ammunition to use against us. And the only reason I have never known Sports Center to let somebody's father who played basketball be on TV and talk and interrupt post-game segments like they let the ball do. And you know the reason why they did that shit? They did that so they could say, let